Welcome back.
Dude,
Wow.
I used to play this game on DOS called... Not DOS. It was like this old Windows game called Moorhen. It was just like Morhen.
Yeah.
And like that means something in like Ireland apparently.
Okay.
Apparently that's like a word somewhere. But I was just like, yeah, it's just more chickens. Just a whole lot more chickens.
Just a bunch more chickens.
And it is the
Is that cultural appropriation?
I don't know.
I don't know anymore.
But it's this really dumb fucking like shitty old Windows game with like pre-rendered claymation and like claymation sprites where you just have like a shotgun and you're just like shooting hens. And it was
Shooting hens?
like chickens.
You're
like
literally shooting chickens.
I think they're turkeys, which is the confusing bit because it's called Moorhen and they're
female
turkeys.
turkey is a hen.
A male turkey's called a hen.
No, a female turkey is called a hen.
Oh, maybe they were female turkeys.
Yeah.
But you're shooting turkeys.
Yeah.
And it's the kind of game where, like, this was at my grandparents' house.
Oh,
They had, like, oh, we have clothes.
No,
He's got clothes. We're still
I've
naked
got
as
swords.
fuck. It's because you unequipped all your armor and then went up to the You bloody idiot. Oh, he's just like, 1 second, let me put my clothes back
That's
on.
amazing.
No, but I
Sorry.
used to play this game, like, every time I went to my grandparents' place. I would play that and Chips Challenge. Which, shout out to anyone that knows what Chips Challenge is. It's amazing.
I don't.
I played that, Chips Challenge, and Rescue Rover. But I got so good, because at this fucking hen shooting game, that
Right.
This
is not going to be a story that ends with you being cool, is it?
No. Because all the hens would always spawn in the same place. It wasn't like random or anything.
So you just learn the pattern.
So I would just learn the pattern. Just be like, just get like insanely amazing
you
at
become
it.
uncomfortably good.
So like 5 years ago, this was a while ago.
Yeah.
There was like this. I don't know how I found it, but I found the fact that there exists a Moorhen 2.
Oh no.
And it has an online leaderboard.
Are you the top?
I'm like number 5.
Wow.
I'm number 5 for the first level.
How much time did you put into that?
And it's because the first level is a complete... the first level is a remake of the first game.
You knew the
and it was the
patterns.
kind of thing where, like, I'd completely forgotten how to play this game.
But
it started, and I was just like...
Muscle memory?
Spawns here, spawns there.
Yeah.
Chick, turkey here. It was kind of... I did it, like, the first time, and it was just like... High score, 20th in the world. I was like... Oh. I mean, mind you, only like a few thousand people played
My
it.
favorite thing ever though is
But
when
it's like, oh.
have you ever done that where like I kind of think what it was, but like I've gone into rooms before at like convention. It was like at conventions mostly where there'll be like a game that's like there's like a high school and like people will walk in and they'll be like, oh, have you played this before? I'm like, no, I've never played it before. And I pick it up and get like the top score.
Yeah.
And they're like, what? And I'm like, I don't know either.
Yeah.
I'm just that good.
I had that with I went to like a museum exhibit in New Zealand. This was like perfect timing. It was in Wellington.
Did you forget the last bit?
Te Papa, their like science museum. They were like, oh, like video games through the ages. I was like, sure, we're not doing anything today. I'll go to that.
Nothing else to do.
And it was just a room of arcade cabinets, all of them free. So I was like, and it was like in like sort of order of like years. Like there was even shit like Ty the Tasmanian Tiger had like a booth there when it was like sort of like the PS3 era. Like they went like PS1 era. Like they went all through.
That's really cool.
Lots of really cool like indie games.
Yeah.
A lot of really rare games as well. Like rare PS2 games and shit like that. It's like, Jesus Christ, how'd you get this? This one game, I was just going one after the other. I was like, I just want to play all the old like arcade games. And there's one game I got up to called Reactor. And like it's one of those arcade games that has like its own controller. So it's just like this ball.
I forgot about that.
Because you input like momentum more than like proper. It's not like just like a stick you use to move. You kind of roll and your character on screen kind of rolls as well.
Right.
Weird like physics thing.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, and you're just like knocking these like dots into the wall because it's all very like imaginative because it's an old arcade game.
Yeah.
I played it for like an hour.
Wow, that's
I've never
too
played
much.
Reactor before, but I played for like an hour. I love the game. I've
Feels like
always
that's too long.
but it's the kind of thing where I really enjoyed it, and like I've like researched like are there new copies of the game? Like the newest version of the game is the Atari 2600 version.
Wow.
And I'm like, sure.
Shit.
Yeah, so it's
That
like,
is wow.
like it's the kind of game of like if I ever have like just a month free, it's just like I'm just gonna remake it.
That'd be
like
so
the
cool.
control scheme is like half the thing, so it's like, oh, you really have to have the ball that
Which
you roll
is a
around.
hard, yeah.
Yeah,
that's
no
a
one
difficult-
has. But
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
yeah, no, it's that.
Isn't it weird how that kind of thing
It just
has
clicked. It's the kind of thing where if I had grown up in the time where that was in like my local arcade, I would have been addicted to it.
But it's like,
But because it was at this museum place, I played it for an hour and then went, man.
But it's weird that that kind of
That's-
thing's gone away because it's just not part of the. You know,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
like no-
that,
like no one knows
having
about
like
it.
proprietary control schemes and stuff like that. It's just gone.
Yeah.
Because it's all.
I think that was the huge thing. I had so much fun just rolling balls
I've
around.
got a PS4 controller in my hand to play a PC game. But like,
And it's the exact same controller as like the Xbox
just-
controller, right?
it's just
yeah,
less
it's
good.
this. It's
just not as good.
It's like
all.
the same button layout.
The same button layout.
Like it's so
just-
ubiquitous. Yeah.
Well, it's not. Well, the Xbox is different, but it's ubiquitous.
Same
in
number
the
of
Yeah,
buttons.
it's
Yeah.
just not as good as the Xbox. That's all. But no, it is weird that like that's the point we've gotten to where it's like,
Well, that's why all
We just lost
first-person
that
shooters
stuff.
use the Halo scheme.
Yeah.
The Halo control scheme.
and then when Call of Duty tried to change it, people were like, no.
Well, Call of Duty changed it, and the people were like, nah, but then it's stuck. Now everyone technically uses the Call of Duty layout.
Yes,
Because
even
everyone
Halo.
has aim down sight. Yeah, even Halo, fuck's sake.
Yeah.
No more, left trigger grenades?
Uh,
Left trigger used to be grenades. Right trigger was shoot. Left trigger was just chuck nade. But then aim down sight
Yeah,
happened, so left trigger
it's-
becomes aim down
But you
sight.
can still flip it to recon, which is the old layout for Halo, so you can just do the old
Aim down
controls.
sight
I'm
with, like,
still
the
not wearing
button.
clothes.
No, we like going through all these important story moments,
In
and
our
we're,
underwear.
and we're completely naked.
We're not completely. We're wearing swords.
Dude, how much of a waste of water is this? He's just draining the fucking thing. Dude, water is probably expensive in this place. Actually, probably not. They live next to a river. I take that back. It's probably full of AIDS.
This is still happening.
We're still naked.
Yep.
We're like
Did
getting
you say it
into.
was full of AIDS? I'd let that slide, but what are you talking about?
It's full of probably. There's probably no filtration system. It's probably just full of disease.
Time to put some clothes on.
I was gonna say we're about to like enter the fucking like underwater Illuminati, and we're completely naked. Like it's probably a bad idea.
It's a bad idea.
The
fuck my
you need
gloves?
gloves. You need just spiked gloves. Yeah, those are them.
I'm so 90s.
Dude, that's like 80s rock. Like fucking Led Zeppelin and shit like that. Pink Floyd. He was the 80s, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
No idea.
What? What the fuck?
Did
That was a bit weird. Whee! You just break both
Gotta
your
change
legs
my
like it's
quest.
Daisy or some shit.
hang on. There we go. Yeah, that was weird. I feel like that shouldn't have happened.
Dude, look at the resources down here. What the fuck? Look at your mini-map. It's going crazy. Was that
steal-
old guitar string?
I feel like he owns all of this, and I'm just stealing from him.
You're just like yoink, yoink, yoink. Water, water, water. Dwarven spirit. Water, water, water. What? Whoa, he's running.
Not again.
Oh, Bart!
What the fuck is happening?
His name is Dijkstra.
Yeah.
That's like
Stop that. Now.
Bart. Oh.
Oh, jeez.
Oh. Oh. What?
He's a troll.
I'm very confused.
It's a troll. He's dumb.
He's dumb.
He's
I
dumb.
thought we like killed trolls.
Not only if they're hostile.
That's so weird.
Well, the witch's thing is like you only kill monsters that are like trying to hurt people.
Sure.
Otherwise, they're allowed to do their thing.
That's fine.
Why'd you bring me here?
Communicating with the troll.
Yeah, no. Why'd you
What the
bring
fuck's
me
going on? Yeah.
Reminds me, I rewatched The Room last night. And my favorite line in the entire film is, you know the scene where that couple comes in randomly, gets a beach on the couch, and then gets interrupted?
By the way, beach on the couch. Good
Beach on
time.
the couch. The first thing that happens is, like, the main woman character, I forget her name, and her mother walk in. And the first thing she says is, "What are these characters doing here?" And you're like, I could ask you the same thing, lady. What are these characters
It's like-
doing
it's like,
here?
Are you reading the script or were you reading script notes?
Is are you reading the script, or did you go forward in time, listen to what like all of the reviewers were saying, and then go back in time and just dub your own voice in them? What are these characters doing here? What the fuck is this?
Who wrote that fucking line of dialogue though? Like, holy
Johnny
shit.
Johnny Wiseau, Tommy Wiseau. His name is Johnny in the film, but his actual
Johnny
name is
Wiseau,
Tommy Wiseau.
the evil cousin.
Yeah, the evil twin.
Amazing.
Apparently,
Oh,
Tommy Wiseau still goes to like screenings and does Q&As at screenings.
It's so weird.
That's so weird. There are some really funny memes people have figured out with screenings. Apparently, people throw plastic spoons
Yes.
because there's a lot of paintings with spoons in them.
Yes. The Alamo Draft House does that in
Yeah.
Texas. It's like a whole thing.
Yeah, the draft house is like where you go to see the
Yeah.
room. They have all these jokes like
People
throughout
throw
the
spoons
entire
on the
film.
screen.
And like whenever there's like a reference to like whenever someone says a bit of dialogue that like references a woman, everyone like screams because you're a woman.
Yep.
So it's just like, oh, you're tearing me apart, Lisa, because you're a woman.
Yes. It's a whole thing.
Oh,
The film is just real bad.
God, I love that film.
So good though. It's like that good bad.
Next time on The Witcher 3, Big Boom, there's like
I
trolls.
feel like you didn't probably need to yell that.